independent private-seeking corporations made that caused them to go bankrupt. I mean, the whole idea is that the management of Chrysler and GM is incompetent, and that's why they went bankrupt, and they need some wise guidance from the government.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all related to controlling, and I was afraid you were going to say that, and it is very much a fascist indirect control, and especially I heard some very bad news today that the Congressional Budget Office ruled that the cap-and-trade proposal that's now on the table from Congress is only going to cost people maybe $700 a year when it finally gets implemented. And I looked at that or listened to that, and I thought, oh no, because a lot of people look to the CBO as kind of an objective, non-partisan, analytical agency, and that just doesn't even make any sense to me. If you have cap and trade, it ends up to be rationing of the ability to burn or put off CO2, and as soon as industry tries to grow above that cap, there's going to be just massive, in effect, a tax and a ban on certain technologies, and that's going to cost people a lot more than $700 a year.
I think the problem is that they're completely ignoring the effect of a controlled economy compared to a free economy, because the cap and trade really is a method of controlling the economy. You're going to have bureaucrats deciding who makes what and how much energy they use. It's going to be a disaster for the economy, and for any of that.
Yeah. They're not counting for that. I think they're just limiting it to possibly direct energy costs to consumers, maybe paying for gas. I can't imagine that they're looking at the overall destruction of energy-intensive industries, or just the limitation of them. You won't be able to. It'll be unaffordable to be in those businesses.
And the irony is that so many corporations are believing that the cap and trade system is going to benefit them. They don't seem to realize that when the economy tanks because of the government control of the economy, that it's not going to benefit anybody.
Right. And maybe the cronies, the ones who get in line and get the regulations written around them, so that they essentially have a little piece of a small oligopoly, of energy companies, and I think they're lining themselves up. That's why you hear a lot of them say, "Oh yes, climate change, yes, go green." I think they're just trying to get themselves in line.
Well, you got that right, and they might benefit initially, but my point is that everybody is going to be hurt in the long run.
Right. If this goes through, and when I heard that CBO said it was a low impact, I thought, oh, there they go. They're paving the road right now for it. They're going to ram it right through with their 59 senators, and I know they'll at least pick off. All they need to pick off is one Republican, and they've got it.
Oh dear.
So bad news coming on that one, but.
And to compound your problems, I read recently that the ethanol lobby is outraged because the cap and trade bill does not include ethanol mandates, and so they're not going to vote for it unless it includes ethanol mandates. Well, ethanol has now fallen out of popularity with the environmentalists, so they left it out. But they're going to have to put it back in to get the cap and trade passed.
Because some of the senators are, from the Corn Belt, right? Is that the ones that would hold out?
That's exactly right. There's too many Corn Belt senators that have to vote for it.
What a corrupt bunch of...
Yeah, it's a corrupt system. I think you've hit it right on the head.
Oh, man. All right, all we can do is try to ring the alarm and spread the word. Take this recording and send it out to as many of the articles that are having high traffic as possible, and blogs and whatnot, and try to at least turn a few people back toward the free market in some sense. It's a real freight train that's coming at all of us right now.
Yep. I think that the word I'd like to leave you with, Joey, is that your government is corrupt and incompetent. And it's very difficult to know which is dominating. Is it the corruption or is it the incompetence? Because it's pretty hard to tell between the two of them.
it's a beautiful artistic mix of both.
Yes.
It's the only thing they're really good at is corruption and incompetence. Well, since it's my government, can I join your government? Are you starting a new one?
I'm afraid that all governments are corrupt and incompetent. It's just a matter of how much money they have to spend as to how corrupt and incompetent they are.
Okay, well, let's just keep ringing the Liberty Bell and trying to try to shine a light on the incompetence and the corruption best we can. It looks like they don't even care. They think they got all the votes they need, so they don't even care what anybody thinks anymore. It's coming no matter what.
Well, I think that with the Democrats in charge of both the executive and the legislative branches, they're going to have to answer in 2010. So if they impose an economic hardship on people, they're going to be out.
Yeah. Well, some of them I think are such ideologues that some of them I don't think wouldn't mind being voted out.
They're so economically ignorant that they don't know when they're imposing economic hardship.
Right.
See, and that's the only chance we have, maybe, because they'll screw up bad enough that people will throw them out.
Well, we can only hope there'll be a sea change, that resists it and understand what they're doing. But I appreciate you helping me understand it again, and everyone else listening out there, Dan. It really helps us get perspective on all this stuff's happening every day.
Yeah, me too. It's a struggle.
All right. Well,
okay.
Hey,
Jerry, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks again, and make sure everyone get out to Glendora on Tuesday night, 7:30.
Yes, thank you.
To the Denny's.
And you have a safe trip.
Thanks, I will. And I'll see you when I get back.
All right, Troy.
Thanks,
Bye.
Dan. Bye.